Bless you.
So we're going to get started back. Thank you, Mr. Clemens. And we know from Mr. Clemens and Ms. Griffith that people are already watching on live stream and messaging about speeches, so that's great and exciting. Fourth graders, we welcome you. And so I want to just quickly review the rules for the fourth grade boys and also any adults who've come in since our beginning, just so you'll know what's going on here. So welcome everybody. We're very proud that you're here today. Students, you have 4 to 5 minutes to speak on this year's official Optimist Oratorical Contest topic. Where are my roots of optimism? At Barrow, we're a little more flexible than once you move forward. So if it's a little shorter, a little longer, we're more interested in how you say and what you say. So don't worry about those kinds of things at this level. Although boys and girls compete separately in this contest for now, youngsters like our Barrow Elementary students, if they advance to the next level, which will be at the University of Georgia Law School, compete equally with students through 12th grade, as long as they're under 18 by October 1st of 2017. So that means that you would go on to participate on a level playing field with middle and high school students. Kindly silence all cell phones at this time. Refrain from taking photographs until after each grade level has finished. We are streaming the speakers, so you'll be able to share and enjoy all those speeches. It's on the Barrow Library Facebook page, and also teachers can let you know if you want us to just email you those links. And so nobody may enter or leave the room while a student is speaking, because we run our contest like the Optimist Club runs theirs. However, there'll be a minute or so between each speaker so that people may enter or depart with the assistance of our doorkeepers, Ms. Griffith and Ms. Carlson. And now for the most difficult rule of all, and they got much better at it, but it was a little hard at first with the third graders. So we ask you hold all applause until the entire grade level has finished, and then together we'll show our appreciation for all the talented orators of each grade. So fourth grade boys, we will not clap when you finish, but when all of you finish, we will have a wonderful round of applause and get photographs. And just want to, for people who have just come in, and especially our fourth grade boys, this contest takes many people working together every year. It's a very big contest, so thanks to the entire Spectrum teaching team who help in many ways as timekeepers, doorkeepers, and especially in working directly with our students as they write, edit, and practice their speeches. Again, thanks to Allison Griffith, Stephanie Franks, Natalie Hicks, Heather Carlson, and Fonda Slongo. Ms. Hicks works with and supports our third graders. Ms. Carlson works with and supports our fourth graders. Ms. Slongo and I work with our fifth graders. And thanks, of course, to Mr. Clemens, our amazing media specialist, for always being here, for setting up sound and arranging the video streaming of our contest. Thanks to our administrative team who support our contest year after year and allow all this to happen at our school. Ms. McElhannon, Ms. Meany, Ms. Leahy, and especially to Dr. Sabatini. And now fifth grade, you'll get to hear this again, but fourth graders and any parents who come in, we would love to give you a word about our judges sitting in the back. Every year they come and give an entire morning of their time to truly make this a special event. They believe in giving back and they believe in youth. We would like to introduce our judges to you at this time, and they'll wave when I call their names, so you'll know who they are. This year's special group of Barrow buddies is first Jacora Arnold. Jacora was in Mr. Weaver's third grade class and Ms. Longo's fourth and fifth grade class. A good student, talented writer, Barrow Doodle for Google winner with his creative artwork. He exemplified the 5 Bs. And as I said earlier, he may not remember his certificate in May of 2009 for finding his personal voice in the narrative genre, but I do, and I still have his paper. It was about a rained out Six Flag day that turned into a family outing to Brave Stadium with his sister, Miss Arnold, upstairs, where he hoped he would one day play professional baseball. He went on to a distinguished high school career as a gladiator at Clark Central. He was on the honor roll, was in the honor society, earned 4 letters in baseball, and was named the top 3rd baseman in the state of Georgia. He signed with Lipscomb College, but last summer, something exciting happened. The Boston Red Sox signed Jacora as a free agent to a minor league contract, and he'll be leaving in a few days to go back to the baseball season. Whatever his future holds for him, we know it will have success, integrity, and kindness. Please welcome Miss Arnold's brother, one of our favorite Barrow buddies, Jacora Arnold. Tanya Arnold is an amazing woman. Also a proud graduate of Clark Central High School. She's worked for the Clark County School District for many years. She's worked in several capacities for our transportation department and a private business in Athens. However, children like Jacora and Khadijah Arnold don't just turn out like they do without an amazing family. The great Stevie Wonder said, "Mama was my greatest teacher, a teacher of compassion, love, and fearlessness. If love is sweet as a flower, then my mother is that sweet flower of love." Tanya is that mama that Stevie Wonder was talking about. To all of us who know her, her smile is contagious. She's a great inspiration of thoughtfulness, fairness, respect, and fun. Please welcome Tanya Arnold. And Lisa Lott. Wave, Lisa, there she goes. Lisa Lott is another amazing woman and a wonderful mom. Her 2 children, Lauren and John, both attended Barrow. Lisa was an active Barrow parent. She and her husband, Doug, instilled a deep sense of community service in Lauren, who's now a gladiator at Clark Central, and John, a Clark Middle Owl. Lisa earned her Bachelor of Arts degree in rhetoric from the University of California, Berkeley, and her law degree from Emory University Law School. Her law career includes private practice in family law, as a prosecutor in Gwinnett County, and as a public defender in Western Judicial Circuit Public Defender's Court since 2000. I should say the Public Defender's Office since the year 2000. She has announced her candidacy for Superior Court Judge in a nonpartisan race to replace retired Judge David Sweat. Please welcome Lisa Lott. And thank you so much, judges, for coming today to hear these wonderful speakers and to help us make some very difficult decisions. So boys, just remember you can move the microphone according to your height, so you can be speaking right into the microphone. If you need any assistance, Ms. Carlson will assist you. And when you hear your name called, you'll just come on up and remember to state, "Where are my roots of optimism?" And then we'll start our timing. Hilarious.
What are my roots of optimism? An optimistic change is something that makes you remain something helpful, like say, if I don't get it next time, well, if I don't get it, I'll get it next time. And if I don't get it that time, I'll get it next time. Or if I don't have one that did it, that's okay, because I have had good times in my life, and that makes me happy. And that's how I'm optimistic. Sometimes I am optimistic on purpose. Like, for example, sometimes I argue with my sister named Tara Billy. Sometimes we fight over ice cream, see who to get the flavor of ice cream we can get. But I did as my both my parents, may I may I may we get one whole container of all of the ice creams. My and no one will be mad and no because my sister and me love each other and we all take care of each other.
Okay.
Another way being optimistic is when oh, I said, my, my teacher is optimistic too. My teacher is optimistic by helping me fix problems, solve things, and he makes it right. He is very nice. He helps me learn things, and that's how my teacher's optimistic. And also, I got to learn about my teacher. I'm proud of my teacher, and then when I see him acting like this, it makes me wonder, I can do that too. But I can do that too, even if it's hard. That's another way of me being optimistic, and someone else showing me. I'm pretty sure you might say the same thing that I just said about my teacher, or you might not, you say something else. But I want it for it to be optimistic. If people get mad, well, just if people think mad is, if people think that mad is cute, well, go up to them in an optimistic way. I think you should know that mad is not cute at all. If you would, if, if they will listen to your advice, they also might share it with his or her friends. I sometimes think that's a good thing because sometimes the advice is bad, sometimes the advice is good. But in this perspective, I would like for it to be good. Basically, you should try even if it's hard. You know what they say, keep trying, things get better.
Good job. Good job. So, yeah.
Thank you, Larry.
He saw me with that one. I didn't expect to read that and get that to me.
And
He saw me.
they always shock all of us. It's just amazing what they can say and do, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's great. It's beautiful to hear.
Excuse me, I started speaking to you. They say, what's your name? You're my dad.
Jan Mullins.
I'm Larry. Let me get your left hand. You're my lady. You look, there she is. Nice to meet you. I'm Larry. What's your name?
Good to meet you.
What's your name? Larry. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Evan.
Where are my roots of optimism? My roots of optimism are inside me already, buried deep in the ground of who I am. It's like a plant that does not want to let go. For me, sometimes there's a war between my emotions. I like to think optimism mostly wins, but sometimes other emotions are just stronger. I have to deal with it. It reminds me of this quote from J.R.R. Tolkien, who said, "There is some good in this world, and it's worth fighting for." Sometimes my confidence is like a light switch. It can be on or it can be off. I decide when it's on, but sometimes it's on right. It can be on by itself, like when I breathe. because my body knows how to take care of me. Winston Churchill once said, "A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." When I moved to Georgia from Iowa 3 years ago, I was afraid that I wouldn't find any friends. I was also afraid that this school might not even be the best for me. I was not feeling very confident at the time. However, as time passed, I loved this school. And once I got to third grade, I met one of my best friends. Also, I learned to be optimistic from my grandma and my mom's mom, who lives in San Diego, California, was diagnosed with aggressive cancer and had to have surgery to remove it last fall. She was very ill and sick and in a lot of pain after the surgery. She lost all of her silver hair and also was told to have 6 chemotherapy sessions that made her very ill and made her hands and feet hurt a lot. My grandma did not give up from all the pain. She wants to get well and spend time with her family. So she fights cancer with medications and surgeries. My grandma is very positive and confident and makes plans for the future, like coming to visit us in Georgia later this year. I love it about my grandma. It reminds me of the saying by Dalai Lama. Choose to be optimistic. It feels better. Another place my optimism comes from is my dad's mom, who lives in Iowa, because she's really encouraging. She tells the truth and accepts apologies. She also does not get mad easily. She sees goodness in almost everything, because that is just who she is. My grandma takes care of people around her, like her older sisters, by helping them pay their bills and cheering them up. She is sharing her optimism with them too. As Lucy Larcombe once said, "If the world seems cold to you, kindle fires to warm it." Another person I get my optimism from is my teacher. He helps me reach what I would think is impossible. Sometimes I feel trapped by my math work, like I'm in a box and I have to solve the problem to get out. His example of a calm, steady, and clear voice helps me guide me through my difficult work. He helps me see it in a simpler way, so I'm able to figure out how to solve these problems and others too. It makes me think of this quote by Jimmy Dean. "I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination." So now you know where my roots of optimism come from deep inside me of who I am and from those who love and care for me. I really like this quote from Roy T. Bennett. "Attitude is a choice, happiness is a choice, optimism is a choice, kindness is a choice, and giving is a choice, and respect is a choice." Whatever choice you make makes you. Choose wisely. He is right. We always have a choice. So continue on and choose optimism and help spread it out to the whole world and make it a better place. I'm done.
Thank you, Evan. Samuel.
There are my roots of optimism. God, prayers, and spirituality are my roots of optimism. God is my hope for the future. I trust God in every situation, whether favorable or unfavorable, because I believe that God will help me in whatever I am stuck in. Prayer and spirituality also build in me the attitude of positivity, which is a powerful source of inspiration in me. As a young boy, I was awe-inspired by the biblical character David, the little shepherd boy who fell a 9-foot-tall giant. This has deeply sculpted in me an attitude of positivity. And I developed an attitude to never look at a situation as good or bad, but to face it with confidence, with the hope that God is with me. When I was in first grade, I had to participate in a competition and was not feeling well, but I was optimistic that I would win. And then I won. This has inspired me a lot in my life. Do you know why I won? It is because of my prayers. Though my sickness was a big hurdle in my path to victory, I believed I could win because of the power of prayers and the unfailing faith it gave. I have heard my parents talk to others about how optimistic they were that God would grant them a child. That's me. Even when there were no chances of getting a child and the situation was bleak and hopeless. Probably my roots of optimism were planted at birth. I was in India last year when my father was racking his brains, studying for the GRE to do his PhD in a university. He was nervous and a little scared too. You know what I did? Let me tell you. I prayed, went to the living room calendar, flipped it to the last month, and marked it as Christmas in the US. And today, thank God I'm here. To see the best in people is also optimism, which I agree is very hard. My grandparents taught me that you should always see the best in others and never speak ill of anyone. And because all of us have our good and bad sides, and that you have to pray for those who are not good. This is optimism, which sprung from faith, which found an assurance of things which is unseen. I am always driven by optimism. As my parents say, come what may, God will show us a way. I have read about Lizzie Velasquez, who was criticized as the world's ugliest woman. But today, she is a well-known motivational speaker and an author. In her books, she writes that through all her turmoils and heartbreaks, she relied on God and believed He was there for her, and that faith became a propelling force. So I too strongly believe God shows us a way out of every situation, and prayers give us a hope that there is a brighter tomorrow. That is why I thank God, prayers, and spirituality are my roots of optimism. God gives me the confidence to believe, to walk forward with courage. Why is that so? It is because prayers make me optimistic and make me believe that everything happens for a good. Prayers instill in me the feeling of hope, and I trust and have faith that God is in control of the situation I am in. He helps me by giving me encouragement and refreshes my mind. That is how I am optimistic that all will go well. And today, when I recount all the situations I've come across, I am thankful for the faith which helped me hang on with hope. I've crossed oceans and seas to be here in the land of the free, the home of the brave. Probably God wanted me to, and made me one among you to sing our national anthem. Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just, and this be our motto. In God we trust. Thank you.
All right, so we have two more fourth grade speakers and then we'll take a little break. So if everybody will settle down, we just have two more fourth graders before a break and they are amazing as well as our third grade speakers were. So, Jenny.
Where are my roots of optimism? Have you ever wondered where your roots of optimism are? Well, I have. I think of it in many ways, but there is one particular way that helps me the most. It is thinking of a seed that I grow to a root, then root to a sprout. And I grow and grow into a stem. I grow and grow even more to become another strong and healthy tree. Just like a tree grows, optimism grows in me. That is one in many ways that helps me be optimistic. There are countless other people who have grown into trees like George Washington. He was a brave leader during the Revolutionary War. He also became the president of the U.S. Without optimism, George Washington probably wouldn't have become president. I can think of other people like Lyndon B. Johnson and MLK Jr. MLK inspired millions to stop segregation. They had very strong roots as well. As optimistic as they were, God is why they became optimistic. That is why he is more optimistic than anyone. He shows his optimism by forgiving our sins. God has guided me every step of the way. To me, God is the sun to every moon. God is the light to every path. That makes me feel grateful. It makes me feel important. God doesn't just make me feel important. He makes everybody feel important. God means everything to me, and I hope He means everything to you as well. If you are optimistic, you are happy, and you can help spread that joy and happiness. You can help others be optimistic like you. Anybody can become optimistic, and so can you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. And Yajan.
Where are my roots of optimism? Optimism to me means feeling happy and having hope for the future. For me, I was nervous to do this contest. I remembered that this contest was about optimism, and I decided to challenge to do this contest and be optimistic about it. My roots of optimism are from a lot of different places. For example, one of my roots is from Korea and my family who lives there. When I am sad, I think about them and the time I am just scared to see them every day when I go back to Korea where my grandparents and relatives live. My roots of optimism also comes from drawing. When I draw, I can forget bad stuff that happened before. For example, when I am sad about my friends at Korea, I can calm down by drawing. Another place my roots of optimism comes from is my computer. I can play on it and I can write and do all sorts of things. When I get on my computer, I can play on it and not think about the bad stuff happening in my life. Also, my roots of optimism comes from my mom and dad. For example, when I'm taking a test, I can think of them and how they say it's okay when I get a question wrong and say I can do better next time. Another root is from gum. When I chew gum, I can feel better and put all my sad feelings into chewing gum so I can feel better. Another place my roots of optimism comes from is traveling. When I travel, I can look out the window and see the beautiful sight. When you get on the plane, you can relax. Also, if you're at a beach, you can swim and build sand castles. When you do those stuff, you can feel optimistic and be happy about your future. Dalai Lama said, choose to be optimistic, it feels better. I think the same. If you are optimistic, you feel better. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating our fourth graders.